This is the After Party, live with Kim McAllister. Pick a couch, grab a drink, and settle into the conversation.
Oh, forgot to add myself. Like that, remember that day when I did the show all to myself and nobody was hearing anything I had to say? Yeah, could have been another one of those. Hi, everybody. It is the After Party Live on this Trivia Thursday. So excited to have you along for the ride. Was looking in the chat and saw a comment that I feel like I need to address right off the bat. And that was, it's in the email that was sent over from Steffi, who says she was trying to email Mark and is really concerned that she has the wrong address. And yes, you do have the wrong address. This is kind of one of those old Mark Thompson show trivia questions that you might know if you've been watching the show for a long time. But when we developed the Mark Thompson show, we looked on YouTube and there's a bunch of Mark Thompsons. So there were already Mark Thompson shows. One of them belongs to a Christian ventriloquist, which means we had to put a "the" in front of it, just like the After Party Live. It's funny, I did a search to check the show numbers today, the YouTube thing, and I just wrote in After Party Live, and everything came up except what I needed. But when I put in the After Party Live, it all came together. That's the same thing with the Mark Thompson show. If you want to email the show, it is not markthompsonshow@gmail. It is the Mark Thompson Show@gmail.com. So that's a great way to do it. If you feel like you're not getting a response, you can always email me too, kim@theafterparty.live or kimmcallister.com, 2 M's, 2 C's, and 2 L's, because we do one of each, 2 of each. Okay, a couple things to start the show with, because the generosity today on the show is crazy amazing. So thank you. Cindy coming through with $7 says, always enjoy watching fun, relaxing show on the replay. Hi, Cindy on the replay. Thank you for tuning in. Even after the fact, we'll take it and we love it. And thank you for the contribution to the show. Luis with $5. Don't care what Mark Thompson says. You're still my favorite, McAllister. LOL. Thank you, Luis. You're my favorite Luis as well. How about that? Jim Slayton coming through with $5 and a super sticker and a cute picture. Thank you guys so much for the contributions to the show. Please find the PayPal link as well, located in the bottom of the show description and in the About tab under the After Party Live here on YouTube. I got a contribution yesterday, which I thought was so nice. It is from... Oh, now they want me to enter passwords. It's from Cranky Charcoal, who contributes to the show. It says he's from the other side of the pond and really enjoys watching. It was a great message. I'm touched to see how far away people are, and they're still tuning into this little show here in Petaluma. So that's pretty awesome. Thank you so much. All right, let's get into it, because I want to make sure we have enough time for Trivia Thursday. I know you guys like that. So let's make sure we do it. Oh, and I have some really interesting, I think really interesting trivia categories for today that I think you will enjoy. All right, when I know we don't talk about politics on this show, but this story popped up right after the Mark Thompson show ended, and I felt like we needed to touch on it. Just a little touch, a little political touch, and then we move on. A mystery document has been filed by Jack Smith in the Trump January 6th case in Washington, D.C. Mystery document. Yes. It's a sealed document. We don't know what is in it. It is a government classified ex parte, in camera, and under seal notice regarding a classified discovery, which, according to Newsweek, is the Department of Justice's way of saying they've submitted a confidential document that contains classified information in the case. So here's what this means. Classified, we know, is sensitive or secret information restricted from public access for security reasons. Ex parte means it was submitted by the government without notifying the defense first. Only the judge is informed of this. The defense does not get to see it. In camera means she'll review this document privately without the presence of either party's lawyers. That's what in camera means. And under seal means that it's kept completely confidential. It can't be accessed by the public or other parties involved in the case. I would call this super, super, super secret. Oh, what's in that envelope? I want to know. I want to know. So Jack Smith submits this mystery document, and I don't know if we'll ever know what's inside. Fascinating. Let's move on from politics now to a little Bay Area politics. You know, there's been this battle royale between the folks at San Francisco International Airport and the folks at what used to be Oakland International Airport. Well, Oakland wanted to change its name because Oakland and Hagenberg are a little sketchy right now. Flying into Oakland has a big question mark after it, right? I mean, you fly in and out of Oakland, it's fine. Just don't stop anywhere along Hagenberger. Things will be okay. Well, San Francisco International has been upset that Oakland changed its name to San Francisco Bay Oakland. The thought was people would get confused between San Francisco International Airport and San Francisco Bay Oakland International Airport, with, I think, good reason. So over the summer, SFO folks started documenting the number of passengers who have confused the two airports. And they say over the course of 1 week in June, they had a couple of passengers, at least two, who had approached an information desk with boarding passes for flights on an airline that doesn't fly out of SFO, but it's very popular at Oakland International, or Oakland, San Francisco, Oakland Bay, whatever. SFO officials concerned that OAK's decision to add San Francisco Bay to the front of its name will mean that these types of mistakes will happen more and more often. They say they've had this issue in the past with people getting the two airports confused on either sides of the bay. But now, according to Doug Yakel, the spokesperson at SFO, he says they are currently seeing evidence of confusion that they have not seen before. We've never seen anything like this. They say this confusion will likely increase if OAK continues to roll out its infringing new name. The Port of Oakland, who oversees such things, approved the name change in April to try to increase passenger awareness of Oakland's geographic location, that Oakland is on the other side of the San Francisco Bay. They thought people needed a name change to know this, I guess. They think that there's no confusion here. It clarifies the word OAK is on the San Francisco Bay. They say it does not confuse or lead to more nonstop option choices and it leads to more nonstop option choices at the airport. So it's their way to kind of buff up business over there. He said it's not about San Francisco. We're not trying to confuse or copy them. I would say, yes, you are. You don't want the name Oakland front and center. You want San Francisco front and center because you don't have to take your life in your hands when you're driving to and from the airport. There is a federal trademark infringement lawsuit pending against the city of Oakland, filed by the San Francisco city attorney. But they're collecting this evidence, and they're doing this to see how many people walk into SFO confused with boarding passes that need to be used across the bay in Oakland. There are, according to SF Gate, who did a public records request, thank you SF Gate, at least 6 reports of passenger confusion logged between June 18th and July 1st. So what? Less than a month, you had 6 people go to the wrong airport. I'm telling you, it's just dumb. The whole thing is dumb. It's Oakland International Airport, and we should all call it that. Gosh. Why, what do they say? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah. Huge, huge thank you to Cameo. This is for Tapple, writes Cameo, a $5 super sticker, as a thanks for the decompression from the nerve-wracking The Mark Thompson Show. There's a lot of politics, and I'm sorry I started with politics, but that mystery document was too delicious, Cameo. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. And thank you for the $5 super sticker. And everyone take a deep breath. We're decompressing, we're relaxing, and we're having fun. That's right. Ms. Organic throws down a $5 super sticker as well. Wow, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Huge thank you. Look at that. From Cindy to Louise to Jim to Cameo to Ms. Organic. You guys are awesome. I love it. Okay. Thank you for that. Let's move on to the Pixar putt. This is fun. Speaking of a fun story, this is happening in Southern California. Again, we've never seen anything like this. This is the first of its kind. It's the Pixar Putt Mini Golf Course. It's a pop-up that will debut in Southern California later this month. They've got characters from Pixar stories, movies. You can see here, Toy Story. They'll have a putt dedicated to The Incredibles, one to Monsters, Inc., Finding Nemo putt, Coco, A Bug's Life, Wall-E, Inside Out. It's an 18-hole mini golf game, and they say, Junto Entertainment, we are thrilled to bring the magic of Pixar Putt to Southern California for the first time. Now, there was one at the D23 Expo, and they had an engagement in Washington, D.C. as well. And apparently, it wowed people. People loved it. So, the pop-up experience for those in Southern California or planning to travel that way will be in the Long Beach area, although it'll happen in the 2nd and PCH shopping district in the Long Beach area between September 21st and January 15th. And they have certain playing times and numbers to call, and you can purchase tickets online and all of these things. They do recommend purchasing your tickets in advance. And you can find more about this story at ktla.com. They've got all the information there for you, or you can email me and I'll just send you the link. But yeah, sounds fun. Love it. Pixar putt. They should have those everywhere. To animals now. I didn't have a lot of happy animal stories today. We'll do this scientific animal story. The researchers in this particular case were looking at the waters off of Cape Cod in Massachusetts, and they were studying sharks pictured here called porbeagle sharks. And they tagged them in a couple of different ways. They put a pop-up tag on them, and then they put a fin tag on them as well. So they have two ways of tagging these sharks. They, again, fin-mounted transmitters and pop-off satellite archival tags. The fin mounts can transmit data when the shark is at the water's surface, while the pop-up tags, the pop-off satellite archival tags, continuously record until they pop off and bob to the surface and send the information back. All right? So the tagging of these sharks went on in 2020 and 2022. And they noticed something really peculiar about one of the sharks they tagged. This pregnant female, she's about more than 7 feet long. So she's a big one. And they said she was a catch in more ways than one. They wanted to get valuable data on the movements of pregnant porbeagle sharks. But it didn't quite work out for them, because 158 days after her tag popped up in Bermuda, 158 days after they caught her and released her with the tag on, her tag popped up in Bermuda. And when the team looked at the data, they saw she had been cruising pretty consistently for 5 months until March of 2021. And that's when her temperature data became very consistent, and she suddenly swam at much greater depths. And they knew right then it could only mean one thing. When a tagged animal gets eaten, you see patterns in the data that indicate a predation occurred. She was eaten by a predator. It includes changes in the diving pattern recorded by the tag, because it's now tracked to the depth of the predator. And the reason for the stagnant temperature is because it's the temperature inside of another animal's stomach. It stays pretty consistent. So what do they think? They think she was eaten by a much bigger predator, but what? Well, The bigger predator had a bowel movement, excreted the tag that it had eaten on this shark. It popped to the surface, and then they knew. So if you think this shark was too big for a meal for most other creatures, you would be right. They think that this creature, this porbeagle shark, was eaten by two other sharks that were much larger, a great white and a short fin mako shark. Both of them, they think, ate this shark. So they didn't quite get the information they were looking at, but they do say they haven't seen this type of thing before, where bigger sharks like this would attack a porbeagle shark. So it's the first evidence that they have that this happened. The only candidate large enough to hunt a mature porbeagle in this region, the great white shark and the short fin mako. So that's why they're pretty sure that this is the way it happened. This study, by the way, is published in Frontiers in Marine Science. It's kind of interesting. You think you're going to get one thing, and you get a mystery in the deep. Speaking of mysteries, check this out. Asteroid. There was a great asteroid show. It happened like a spectacular fireball while it was burning up over the Philippines. It entered the Earth's atmosphere Wednesday afternoon over the Philippines. No harm to humans, no harm to any structures. But it was the European Space Agency who discovered this small asteroid early Wednesday. They said it would enter the atmosphere of the Earth at a certain time over the western Pacific Ocean near the Philippines island of Luzon. 3 feet in diameter, it eluded detection until Wednesday morning, the 9th asteroid detected before entering the Earth's atmosphere, according to the European Space Agency. They said the object is harmless, but people may see a spectacular fireball, and as predicted, folks in the Philippines said it was a spectacular bright flash in the sky over the Philippines just a couple hours after it was detected. So it happened 8 hours before it burned up in the atmosphere. They found it 8 hours earlier. The discovery shows that the scientists are getting better at detecting even small, tiny asteroids before they affect our planet. The picture here is the trajectory over the Philippines. So nobody posted video of it. I'm still waiting to see video of this. Let's talk about fertility, sadly. Look at all those cute sperm. The sad part of this story is that pollution, city noise, all might be harming our fertility. So if you're city living, you're trying to have a baby, this could be an issue. New data shows air pollution appears to be linked to lower fertility in men. Noisy traffic could harm the fertility of women. Apparently our eggs like solitude and quiet. Speaking of some, nice relaxation, give your eggs a break from the racket going on everywhere. The political implementation of air pollution and noise mitigations, they say, could be an important tool for improving birth rates in the Western world. The study, Danish in nature, the findings published Wednesday in the BMJ. According to the background information in the study, 1 out of every 7 couples around the world have some trouble conceiving. So they were looking at whether environment was playing a role in this. The researchers at the Danish Cancer Institute in Copenhagen looked at data on more than 900,000 Danish adults between the ages of 30 and 45. All of them had fewer than 2 children, were either cohabiting or married, and were living in Denmark between 2000 and 2017. All men and women that had any existing infertility diagnosis when they entered the database were excluded, along with anyone who had their tubes tied or had a vasectomy. So they used their addresses to look at air pollution levels where these people lived. And they looked particularly at annual average air concentrations of very fine particulate matter that can get into our lungs. They also looked at traffic road noise. given the addresses here. And over 18 years of follow-up, infertility was diagnosed in more than 16,000 of the men and more than 22,000 of the women. And they say men aged 30 to 45 had a 24% higher risk of being diagnosed with infertility if they'd been exposed to higher average levels of air pollution over 5 years. And that was true even after they adjusted for other factors like income, education level, occupation, all of these things. And while they say air pollution didn't appear to have a link to fertility in women, our fertility was influenced by noise. Women over the age of 35 who'd been exposed to a 10.2 decibel higher average levels of road traffic noise over 5 years had 14% higher odds of being diagnosed as infertile. Not true for women ages 30 to 35, just women over 45. So, I don't know. It's interesting. Apparently, breathe the clean air and live in the quiet zone. It's another health-related story about the future being related to fingers. And I love this story because, I don't know, I mean, I'm a big girl about it, but who likes to go get poked by needles, right? So there's new technology. Their whole point is to monitor your health from your fingertip. A sweat-powered finger wrap could make monitoring our health as easy as wearing a Band-Aid. Now, that's the future arriving. Thank you very much. This electronic wrap measures blood levels of sugar, vitamins, drugs, and other substances by analyzing the sweat off of our fingertips. The researchers published their study on this on Tuesday in the journal Nature Electronics. This device draws its power from the same fingertip sweat that it uses for the analysis. It's genius. It's an automatic health monitoring right at your fingertips, according to researchers at the UC San Diego Jacobs School of Engineering. The wearer could be resting or asleep. The device could still be harvesting energy and tracking biomarker levels. Did you know? I did not know this before I read this article. Fingertips are the body's most prolific sweat producers. I would have thought it would have been your armpits or, I don't know, under your boobs. Some sweaty region. TMI. But no, it's the fingertip. You have sweaty fingers. Are you feeling your fingertips right now? Are they a little clammy? Each fingertip is packed with more than 1,000 sweat glands, which can produce 100 to 1,000 times more sweat than other areas of your body. And the sweat is being used as a means of tracking human health. Researchers attached several electronic components to a thin, flexible, stretchable polymer that can wrap snugly around the finger. The wrap contains biofuel cells converting chemicals found in sweat into electricity, which is then stored in a pair of stretchable silver chloride Zing batteries. This thing is crazy. Gosh, I hope it works. The batteries then power 4 sensors that track specific biomarkers like glucose, vitamin C, levodopa, which is a drug used to treat Parkinson's. A small chip processes the signals from the sensors and transmits the data via Bluetooth to a smartphone or a laptop. In the test they did, the subjects, wore the device throughout the day to track their blood sugar levels during meals, lactate levels during exercise, vitamin C levels while drinking orange juice, levodopa levels after eating fava beans, which are apparently a natural source of that compound. The device's sensors can be swapped out to analyze sweat for different types of biomarkers too. This is great. So, this is the wave of the future. I mean, as they develop more and more tests that could possibly be affected by sweat, we'll all have one of these little gadgets, and they'll just, before your checkup at the doctor's office, they'll say, well, strap on your finger thing. That's what we'll call it, the finger thing. And then it'll test everything we need to be tested, and the results will be Bluetoothed to our doctor, and they'll say, your lab tests have some anomalies today, Ms. McAllister. We're noticing that your dopamine levels are off the chart. Whatever. How cool is this thing? I'm going to the chat. I mean, are you as impressed as I am? I don't know. Let me go in there. Heather says, I haven't had a blood test since 2014. Severe IV phobia. This would be amazing. I think so too. I don't have a problem with it. You know, you see when you take your kids, not your kids, but my kids. Heather's like, not my kids, girlfriend. Nuh-uh. When you take children, when one takes children to the pediatrician, they freak out if they have to have a vaccine. I mean, it's painful to watch how they scramble backwards on the little bed they're sitting on and trying to get away from the person coming at them with a needle. And I can understand it. It doesn't bother me. And my dad has really deep veins, so he gets poked over and over and over again. To take blood from him is excruciating. So I think for a lot of people, this could be a big deal. Available soon? Unknown. I think this is a study that's been published, and often they publish the study, then they have to, I mean, because it's not invasive, it's probably easier to get testing, but I would imagine there's a bunch of tests that they have to do and hoops to jump through before it's actually available. So I say the future's in fingers because I don't think it's available now, and I'm not sure when it will be. Gordon says it'll help track blood sugar. Ricky says, my hands sweat profusely when wearing latex gloves. Ooh, you have some sweaty fingers there, Ricky. Nice. I think everyone's do, actually. B.A. Ware says, I've never noticed my fingertips being sweaty. Palms a couple times a year, not fingers. Okay, I was just touching my fingertips, trying to figure out, do I have sweaty fingertips? Because this is not a problem I've ever realized. And they feel normal to me, but maybe a little bit I can kind of tell. I don't know. No, they feel kind of dry. The middle one feels a little clammy. Are you examining your fingertips right now? Sandy's like, my fingertips don't sweat. Apparently, Sandy, they do. We just don't realize they sweat. Right? Teacher Lori, ever the pessimist, says, sure. Just like Elizabeth Holmes' device could diagnose diseases through one drop of blood. Yeah, that's the ticket. She's not buying it. Okay. I mean, I would like to think that this would work. I'm optimistic, Teacher Lori. I think it should be okay. I don't know. Not looking at the needles doesn't help. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Ricky gives a lot of blood. Yikes. That's great. I mean, you know, not great if it's health related, but great if you're donating. So that's good. Gordon's glad his veins are easy to find. John had trouble the last time he got an IV. Yikes. Yeah, this is hard. Mountain bike fan says, I went for surgery on an arm that was broken and the nurse kept blowing out my veins. Ooh, ouch. Another nurse had to come in and do it after the third try. No fun at all. My dad has this device now. It's so awful for him that he has this device where you shine it's kind of like a UV light or some type of light on your vein, and it illuminates where the veins in your arm are. And that is supposed to help whoever's taking your blood actually see what's going on underneath the surface of your skin, so they don't have to blindly poke and stab where they think things are. So it helps a little bit. Yeah. Murphy says, I clean dance studio mirrors. I can confirm sweaty fingerprints on everything. All right. Well, that's science right there. Murphy, the verdict is in. Murphy says we all have sweaty fingerprints. So that's just the way it is. Ms. Organic says, always bruised up after a blood draw. Yikes. Mo says, if you place something over your finger, you will notice an increase in perspiration. Well, who knew? I did not know. And I'm fascinated by the fact, and I'll read the information again just because I think this is crazy, that the fingertips are the body's most prolific sweat producers. Again, each fingertip packed with more than 1,000 sweat glands, which can produce 100 to 1,000 times more sweat than any other area of the body. The things you learn on this show, I'm telling you. All right, let's get to the lotto of the day before we get to Trivia Thursday. Woohoo! Lotto of the day. He looks pretty happy, and he has very good reason to be happy. This man is in Virginia, and he got the jackpot. $1,000 a week for life from a ticket that his dad gave to him as a gift. His name is Aaron. He said he and his wife have been living in his father's basement since they got married in April. Living in your dad's basement. He said his dad bought him a ticket for the August 3rd Cash for Life drawing, and he ended up matching the first 5 numbers. That earned him $1,000 a week for the rest of his life. He said, I've got a great father who's done nothing but look out for me. He chose to accept the prize as a one-time lump sum payment of $1 million. He said the money will allow him to buy a house so they can move out of that basement. The father who bought the ticket from the PJ neighborhood variety store joked that was his plan all along, get that kid out of the basement. He said it was the very best way to get that done. I don't know if I would have taken the $1 million. I think I would have taken the $1,000 a week for life. Because he's young, this son. This $1,000 a week thing, this would go on and on and on and on. It's a good thing the dad didn't win that prize, because, then you'd have less winnings, right? I think I wouldn't have cashed out on this one, but I don't know. He gets to go out of the basement and he gets to buy a house. So there you go. Before we move to trivia, I do want to do this story about the Titanic, because it is the thumbnail for today's show. And a lot of times when you see the Titanic, you see this railing here. It's this this iconic symbol of the part of the boat that most people recognize right away. The railing on the bow of the Titanic has fallen off now as this shipwreck is decaying. So it's gone. The railing is a goner. It's out. New images from the wreck of the Titanic show that this ship is rapidly deteriorating. It's in the depths of the Atlantic. They had a recent expedition where the submersibles, or, not with people in them, what have you, took photographs of this area. One of the things they did find, though, even though the railing is gone, is that they found that a statue that was on the Titanic that was feared to have been lost to the sea has now been found. It is an image of, or is a statue of, Diana. And they thought it was gone. And now they have found it laying in the sand here at the bottom of the ocean. Diana of Versailles, this bronze statue, last seen in 1986, that the folks that look at the Titanic were worried had been destroyed or lost. It was originally placed in the Titanic's first-class lounge. It was a replica of a larger Diana statue of the Roman goddess of nature, hunters, and wildlife, known in Greek mythology as Artemis. So they're pretty excited to share the first images and remarkable discoveries from the 2024 expedition. According to the RMS Titanic, the discovery of the statue of Diana was an exciting moment. They say they're saddened by the loss of the bow railing and other evidence of decay, which they say only strengthens their commitment to preserving the legacy of the Titanic. We've known where the Titanic has rested since 1985, about 435 miles off the coast of Canada, about 12,500 feet deep. And they have salvaged thousands of items from this site. Plates, clothing, jewelry, personal items, all of these things. But they didn't take anything from the latest venture down there. And now there's questions about the legalities of whether it's ethically okay to take the belongings of people who died in this tragic accident. So, I don't know. I mean, in this particular case, the statue part of the ship, it seems to me, There's two schools of thought on this. One, it sank, leave it all as it is. That went down, it's done. That everything that went down, this is kind of the final resting place for it all. But if you pull this statue up, I mean, what an amazing piece to put in a museum that, we can see from this. I don't know. I don't know where I land on that. Anyway, that's the latest with the Titanic. The bow, it's gone. Gone, gone, gone. You guys ready for this? It is Trivia Thursday here on the After Party Live. There it is, after party style. All right, get your fingers fast finger typing ready. The first topic of the day is about water and underwater creatures. Question number 1. In Haiti, scientist Wade Davis found that the poisonous pufferfish was an ingredient in voodoo powder that can allegedly transform a person into what? In Haiti, scientist Wade Davis found the poisonous pufferfish was an ingredient in voodoo powder that can allegedly transform a person into what? Well, this is a wild religion. I'm going down to the chat. Let's see what you guys have. You guys have the answer. How do you know these things? You're killing me. John Watson says it's a zombie. Yes, you're correct. Zombie is the right answer, John Slade. And Wes and William and Deidre and Luis. It can transform a person into a zombie. You guys, I'm telling you. David Hasselhoff, though, Heather, good answer. Do appreciate that. Number 2. The piranha is a freshwater fish found in the rivers of what continent? The piranha is a freshwater fish found in the rivers of what continent? You guys will get this one. Deidre, South America. John Watson, South America. You guys are getting good at this. Look at you just whip out with the SA. Fast. Wicked fast. Heather says South America. It's all true. South America, South America. Well done, everybody. Next one. Australia's Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, died during the filming of a documentary titled Ocean's Deadliest after being stung by what sea creature? You guys will get this one fast. Yeah, it was a stingray. John Watson, quick on the uptake there. Deidre has it as well. Wes, Heather, JT, John, Linda. You guys all got it. Well done. Stingray. Next one. What voracious predatory fish shares its name with the couple manufactured by Plymouth, or the coop rather, manufactured by Plymouth from 1964 to 1974? A voracious predatory fish that shares its name with a Plymouth coop that was made from 1964 to 1974. Yeah. Oh gosh, you guys are so fast. I love you so much. John says barracuda. Heather says barracuda. William says barracuda. Ooh, barracuda. Linda says barracuda. That's what I was thinking of. It's organic. Louise says barracuda. Barracuda. Yeah, it is indeed the barracuda. Well done. Next one. The animated feature film that was widely announced with the title Shark Slayer was ultimately released under what name? An animated feature film widely announced with the title Shark Slayer was ultimately released under what name? It'll take you a second to think about this one. Not so quick now, are ya? Finding Nemo, no, is not the answer. Jaws is not the answer. A lot of Nemos and Jaws. Sharknado, no. Little Mermaid, not the answer. Great guesses, you guys. Baby Shark, not the answer. Not Moana. Shark Boy, says Rev P. Hi, Rev. No. I'll give you the answer to this one. The answer is a shark tail. Shark tail is the answer. Besides humans, what is the only other animal known to have preyed on great white sharks? Besides humans, the only other animal known to have preyed upon great white sharks. Good question. And you guys get it fast. Deidre, yeah. It is, I thought I saw Deidre pop in with it. Yeah, it's orcas. Orca is the right word. Uncle Jim, great question for David Katz and good answer. But it is orca. Well, I guess I'll take whales, orca whales. Or killer whales will work as well. Julie says killer whales. Did you know that orcas are technically in the dolphin family? So I guess that is kind of right. Yeah, orca is correct. Look at you guys go. Well done. Well done, my people. My trivia group. What American state is the only place in the world that alligators and crocodiles can be found together? Okay, if you guys missed this one, I'm sending you back to remedial Mark Thompson School. The only state where crocodiles and alligators can be found together. Where's Wes in all of this? Yes, the answer is Florida. Well done. Florida. Florida, Florida, Florida. I love the spelling. Thank you, Florida. Nicely done. Yep, I'm proud of you all. Heather thought it was a trick question. Ren says the villages. I'll accept the villages. Yes. Oh, Miss Organic says the whales have been all over the coast for the last month, watching them for our entire lunch Sunday, breaching and playing in Moss Beach. How magical is that? Gorgeous. Next question. True or false? You got a 50% chance of getting this one right. A sea snake's venom is more toxic than the venom of a land snake. True or false? A sea snake's venom is more toxic than the venom of a land snake. Land shark. What do you think? Oh, look at you guys with your good ocean knowledge. The first answer to pop in, I think, is T for true, and that would be John Watson. Walter throwing down a true, Julie with the true, Beth with the true. You guys all have true. Yes, true. I'll take a yes. True. It's true. Who knew? Apparently you all did. Yeah, I didn't. I have learned. It looks like jellyfish. It looks like a jellyfish, and it swims like a jellyfish. It might be an underwater colony of these creatures, also known as a bluebottle. If it looks like a jellyfish and it swims like a jellyfish, it might be an underwater colony of these creatures, also known as a bluebottle. What are they called? You guys are good. Beth. Yep. Man-o-war. Nicely done. Heather's got it. Man-o-war. Man-o-war says JT. Man-o-war says Gordon. Portuguese man-o-war. I'll accept it all, but this is what the book says. Portuguese man-o-war, JT and John. Yes. Good job, everybody. Woohoo! Last on the underwater creatures. Based on a real-life incident, the dramatic 1778 painting Watson and the Shark depicts an attack that took place in the harbor of what Caribbean city? Based on a real-life incident, the dramatic painting 1778, Watson and the Shark, depicts an attack that took place in the harbor of what Caribbean city? It's a city, but you are correct. Havana, Cuba. Is the correct answer. And now, don't you just want to see it? I have to Google it. And the shark to see what this thing looks like. Apparently, it's some type of iconic painting that we should all know about. And so, oh, well, this looks miserable. And yet, we need to see it. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to save it so I can show it to you guys. This is what we have here. The photo or the photo of the painting of Watson and the shark. Kind of one of these old paintings where they have the look of human pain. It seems to be that they were really going for. I thought I had it. I have so many shark pictures on my computer. I probably have more shark pictures than most people, I think. I mean, I have goblin sharks. I have shark fossils. All kinds of sharks. Let's see. I think did I say shark painting? Shark paint. Okay. Sorry that took so long. Whew. Sorry, I have a lot of shark pictures to wade through. This is the after party computer, so you know. There it is. Let me take down the banner or the comment. There it is. Looks like they're trying to save him, but it doesn't look good. Shark is a little fake looking. But there it's in Havana, Cuba. Look at that. Now we know. Well, it looks like you guys knew already, so well done. Yeah. Look at how cultured we are just by trivia. Love it. All right. The next category is going to be the state on your plate. And I would expect you guys to kill this one. Kill it. All right? Okay. Hold on. First of all, the first question is, what state, and they always lob you an easy one, the first one out. What state has Aloha State on its license plates? How fast can you type? Naked people are easier to eat. That's pretty good. Why is that guy naked? Apparently you lose your clothes when you fly in. The skinny dipping, chunky dunkin' over here. It's funny. Heather, first with Hawaii, you are correct. Deidre, Hawaii. Sandy, Hawaii. Ren, Hawaii. Everybody with Hawaii, you guys are awesome. Number 2, if you see unbridled spirit on a license plate, you may be heading to this state's famous horse race. Yeah. It is indeed Kentucky. Unbridled Spirit of Kentucky. Jim Shields. We have John Watson. We have Uncle Jim and John and Julie and Linda. You guys are awesome. Ms. Organic. William. Hell, you're headed to hell. The possibility exists, Karen. Absolutely. Nothing artificial here. This state's plates say the natural state. What state is the natural state? The natural state. Do we know? Don't Google it. No cheating. Not Oregon. Not Vermont. Not Florida. Like and naked. Absolutely. B.A. Ware has it. It's Arkansas. Arkansas, the natural state. Next one. What state's license plates have no slogan, just a silhouette of a cowboy on a bucking bronco? What state's license plates have no slogan, just a silhouette of a cowboy on a bucking bronco? Yes, William throwing it. Oh, William has it, but who's had it first? Who had it first? It was John Watson had it first. Wyoming is correct. Deidre has it as well. Ren and Linda and William and Julie. Oh, it's not Texas. My bad. It's Wyoming. Yeah, Wyoming is the correct answer. Okay, next one. Sorry, I got ahead of myself there. You'll see Vacation Land on what New England state license plate? Vacation Land. I did not know this. I haven't seen these plates very often. What state has Vacation Land on the plate? Heather knew it. Maine. Absolutely. Vacation Land. Cameo has it. Hey, Cameo. Uncle Jim has it. John has it. Ren has it. Who else has it? William has it. Linda has it. Heather says, I'm from there. I think I knew that. Yeah. No wonder you were first on the uptake with that. Question for you then. Karen says, Maine, what about the lobster? Apparently it's Vacation Land. If you ever watch Cabin Masters, they do have a lot of, they call them, instead of cabins, like we call in Tahoe, they have camps. So maybe it is, there's a lot of lakes. It's very vacation-y. Vacation Land is right. Where in the South are you when the license plate says stars fell on this state? Where in the South are you when the plate says stars fell on this state? Heather says it used to be a lobster, then a chickadee, then a loon. She says she thinks they're changing it again. You are in what state? Stars fell on. Yes, Uncle Jim. Stars fell on Alabama. Julie has it as well. And that's a good one. I like it. Okay. Good job, you two. The next one is, y'all come back. What state like to call itself the hospitality state? The hospitality state. Which I have to say it to spell it. What state is the hospitality state? Not Texas or Tennessee or Georgia. Not Oklahoma or South Carolina. Not Missouri. Yes. Unless MS, is MS Missouri? No, that's MO, isn't it? The answer is Mississippi. So if that's what you meant, yes. John Watson says Mississippi, MISSISSIPPI. Mama de Three Boys has it. JT has it. Mississippi. John Slade. Heather. The hospitality state. The next one. What skeptics like to proclaim that they are the show me state? What skeptics like to proclaim they are the show me state? Missouri. Oh, I think somebody else had it. Deidre had it. Yep, Missouri. Nice one. Uncle Jim has it. Jim has it. Ren has it. Missouri. Ms. That's right. The show me state. Good job, you guys. Okay, next one. I'll take that down. The next one is, when you see Land of Enchantment on plates, look around. You might see a cactus. What state are you in? Land of Enchantment. Cactus. What state? Land of Enchantment. You are in, as John says, you are in New Mexico, my friend. Ren says NM. The Doubting Thomas state. New Mexico. You are in New Mexico. Julie has it. Karen has it. Yep. Next one. Where are you when you see great faces, great places on the plate? Great faces, great places. Great places, great faces, great places. Almost. Almost, but not quite. Yes, Nancy, you are in South Dakota. Ooh, Walter had it. South Dakota is right. Louise had it as well. Sorry, my screen moves down with every new thing, and so I'd have to scroll back up. It is South Dakota is the answer. You know you've taken too much weed. Great faces, great places. South Dakota. I think Louise might have been first on that one. Well done. And South Dakota. Yeah. Okay, next one. Here we are. Sorry, I was reading from the wrong thing. Not to be outdone, what southern state's plates brag about its smiling faces, beautiful places? Smiling faces, beautiful places. Smiling faces, beautiful places. Not Louisiana, not Georgia, not North Dakota. Jim has it. That would be South Carolina. Smiling faces. Yes. Lastly, if you are in the Old Dominion, where are you? If you're in the Old Dominion, where are you? Old Dominion. I also love Cabin Masters. You are in Virginia. John is right. It is Virginia. Who doesn't hate Californians? Because our state's the best. And they know it. It's like, you always hate the winner, right? Virginia. Sorry, how very California of me. Julie says Virginia. Susie says Virginia. It is indeed Virginia. Louise has it. Arse backwards, Virginia. Well done. That concludes our trivia for the day. This has been Trivia Thursday, after party style. From sea creatures to license plates, I hope you enjoyed it. Huge, huge, huge thank you. Take the trivia thing off. Hello. Huge thank you to Cindy for the $7 super sticker, Luis coming through helping crowdfund this little show, Jim Slayton with a $5 super sticker, Cameo with a $5 super sticker, Ms. Organic with a $5 super sticker as well, and everyone who's contributed via PayPal. You guys just really touch my heart over and over again. I appreciate it. B.A. Ware loves it, says travel and trivia days are my favorites. Oh, that's so good. I'm so happy. If you have any other ideas that you would like, here's one I'll run by you guys. It's a collective effort. So email me or tell me in the chat if you think this is lame. I was thinking maybe as a theme for Wednesdays, quotable quotes, like just maybe a few quotes to put out there in the world. Either quotes that we like or quotes that you could guess who said them. Sometimes that's kind of hard though. I'm still rolling it around, but if you have any ideas for other themed days or other segments that you would like on the show that don't have a lot to do with politics or anything, but that you think people would enjoy, let me know. Please and thank you. And travel is cool, says Gordon. Absolutely it is. Walter says, yeah, like it. Oh, caves of the world. You might have something going on with that, Gordon. Caves of the world. So noted, my friend. Nice. Food around the world. I know we've done food trivia before. Food around the world segment, huh? Okay. Caves, food. I'm in it. B.A. Ware wants to go to Patagonia. Okay. I'm making note of it for next Travel Tuesday. Patagonia it is. Have to go see how cool it looks. Thank you. What do we have? Splunkers Unite, caves. Ooh, waterfalls. Best waterfall of the week. What do you think? Heather wants to do cars. I try to do like new cars. Sometimes you'll see me do like really, interesting luxury car stories because the pictures are cool. Cars. All right. Cars. I don't know what I'll do about cars, like old cars, new cars, just a car of the week. I don't know. Like it. Music trivia. All right. We've done that in the past. We'll bring that back. You like music trivia. See, this is good. This is why I asked the question. This is important stuff. Ren, thank you, Kim. Your show helped me feel better today. Yay! You should feel better. Just take a deep breath. Let all the go and breathe in the good. This is what we do. I'd like to see Yellowstone Park for Travel Tuesday. Yellowstone, Patagonia. All right, we can go to Yellowstone together. Ooh, different festival. Maybe Festival Fridays. I know. I know. I'm full of good ideas. Thank you, Heather. Festival Fridays. We do movies on Fridays with Tim Sika. Worst songs. We did that once on the Pat Thurston show. That was so fun. Unusual foods of the world would be fun. Okay. Cars older than 45 years old, like a classic car segment. All right, then. I hear you. I'm so glad I asked. You guys had such great ideas today. Love it. Day trips around the bay. Sweet. I love it too. Travel to all the national parks. Okay. Someone I know, I forget who told me they're going to, oh, you know who it is? I think was it Belinda Weymouth? I think she's going to see some amazing national parks coming up. So, we're going to have some great pictures from the things that she's seeing. Nice. Okay. Ooh, fish of the ocean. Yes. I love some good fish. Yeah. Smiles metaphors. Oh, similes metaphors. Cool. International booze. I think we've done a trivia category on that. That's pretty funny. Have a viewer discuss an experience and the rest of us decide if it's true or false. Jim, you're the first victim. You come on the show. You want to come on the show? Tomorrow is Thursday. We could do it tomorrow, or tomorrow's Friday. So I have Tim Sika on the show. We could do it on Monday. You want to do that? I love the idea. It's great. Ohana Wednesdays from Luis. Positive stories related to families. Oh, that's cool. Jessica Alba did that. I had no idea she remodeled and bought her parents' house and gave it back to them. That's awesome. I love that. That's positive. Ohana Wednesday. You know, I'm all about Hawaii. Ohana Wednesday. Okay. Such good ideas. So, Disneyland World History. I could just keep going all day with this. Nice. Jim and I are making an appointment together. Following week would be good. Okay, not next Monday, the Monday after. Nice. To tell the truth. Love it, Jim. Okay, beautiful. I think this is good. Tony says crazy outrageous laws, and guess which state? There's a lot of states that have some crazy outrageous laws, so I don't know. Okay. Mama Day 3 Boys says I enjoy reading Am I the A-hole stories. I'm a chismosa. Nice. Cat breeds. Very good. Hollywood Squares. All right. It is time to let the after party go for the day. I hope that you guys make it a really good one. I've enjoyed hanging out with you. Massive, massive thank you to everyone for even spending your time on this show and being with me and participating in the trivia and everything else. And also for the contributions that keep this show going. And Cindy and Luis and Jim and Cameo and Ms. Organic and Ren and everyone that contributes via the PayPal. I'll re-update the ending credits to reflect the current state of affairs here, but you guys really keep this show going. So huge thank you to you. I hope that you have a great rest of your Thursday. I will see you tonight live at 5. It is the Nikki Maduro Show. Cocktails, mocktails, and politics. It's one of the best shows of the week. I hope you will join Nikki and I for the Nikki Maduro Show right here at 5 p.m. on YouTube. Then tomorrow, Friday Fabulous Florida on the Mark Thompson Show. Michael Schur, Michael Snyder, Tim Sika on the After Party Live. That is all coming up tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Make it a really good one, everyone. Bye-bye.
The After Party Live would like to thank the following contributors and viewers like you.
Thanks, Julie. Right back at you. Bring it, Cranky. Bring it. 5 p.m. right here on YouTube, 5 p.m. Pacific. Boo! Yep, yep, yep. Boo! Yeah, that's 5 p.m. Pacific right here on YouTube this evening. I'll tell him, Cameo, lighten up, Francis. That's what I'll say. That'll go over well. Safe travels. Have a great day, everybody.